guys, happy Thursday. Hope you're well, surviving the glory hole that is the apocalypse. For today, I wanted to have an honest chat about body consciousness. And the reason being, I have been going through a journey, if one can say, in terms of being more confident with my body. And I'm not alone in that little drama of feeling overweight, not skinny enough, not muscular enough, not toned enough, etc. So today I just wanted to have a really open and honest chat, and when I say chat, basically I'm going to ramble on and you're just going to listen, but please feel free to comment, DM me, everything's in confidence if you just want to chat, because everyone feels this at some point in their life. To those special lovely individuals that are lucky enough not to, like you, the rest of us, fucking hell. Good times. So I'm going to start this off with, I used to live in London, and it was the first year that I was living there, and actually started going on the pill, and it did not have a good effect on me hormonally or emotionally, and stuff was going on, and I got really, really, really depressed, to the point of suicidal. Sorry, I don't want this to be, it's not a negative or a downer or whatever, I'm just speaking openly. And I used to live near Bethnal Green, and I was taking the tube to work one day, and I really, like, it was this close. I was like, it would be so easy just to take a little step in front of, like, over that ledge in front of the tube. And this guy or angel, because he doesn't, I can't find him anyway, bizarre, put his hand on my elbow as the tube was pulling up, and he said, do you want to take a seat? And I was like, I was quite young, I mean I was in my early 20s, not naive, so I was a bit like, sorry, what? And he was like, oh, we can wait, are you in a rush for work, or do you want to just chat? Are you okay? And I just started crying, and I was like, I'm not okay. And we ended up sitting on a bench in the tube station, chatting for quite a long time. Obviously I then got to the point where I was like, a little bit late for work, so made my way. Anyway, this guy and I became friends. He was Swiss, gay guy, and a photographer artist. And he really just, I don't know, he came out of nowhere, and just really helped me through this hard time. And I stumbled across some photographs that we took. And at that time, I was gymming quite heavily. I'm one of those people, when I'm not happy, or I'm self-aware, so I know when I'm depressed, and I do stuff about it. I allow myself a certain amount of time to kind of, you know, moan and drone, but I have a deadline, and then I'm like, okay, pick yourself up. And yeah, we ended up talking a lot, and he's probably one of the first people I think it's probably because I didn't really know, and I know this sounds weird, but I felt comfortable to chat to him because he was completely objective. It's exactly like going to a therapist, except I didn't have to pay him. And he then suggested, he was like, because we talked about everything, and actually at that point I actually did have quite a good body, and he was like, well, why don't we do some photos? You're probably like, you idiot. Oh, bless your cottons. I'm not. And we ended up doing some photos, not a professional shoot or whatever. I'm not a model at all. Says me, he loves a selfie at the moment. There is method behind that madness though. And I found I kind of stumbled upon those pictures again, and I was like, yes, like, you had such a good body. But then I was like going to gym like for 2 hours in the morning. What, not, I lied, that is such a lie, sorry. I was going to gym 2 hours at night, and then I started actually going in the morning for half an hour or whatever, just doing a bit of cardio. And I remember my mom and her friends saying to us, you know, when you take that photo and you look at it and you're like, oh my God, I'm so fat and so ugly, blah, blah, blah. They're like, guarantee you, in 10 years' time, you will look back at that photo and you'll be like, oh my God, you were so hot. What were you complaining about? And guys, that is so true. It is so true. I mean, in fairness, those were in the 20s. So, Sham, do you remember anyone who's in their late 30s or 40s or above 25? Sham, do you remember those days when you put on a kilo or two and then you would just basically gym or not eat for a day or whatever, and you'd lose those kilos in like a day or two? Ah, come your 30s. It's like, I'm sorry, what? Oh, sorry, how? Okay, no, that's great. That's fun. Yeah, it doesn't not that quick. It's a lot more effort has to go into it. Ugh. So going back to, sorry, what I was just saying about that, you know, when you could lose those 3 kilos in about 20 seconds as opposed to now where it's like 5 years. I don't know if the rest of you are experiencing this, but a lot of coincidences are happening at the moment. Like, just for an example, you know, like when you're thinking about someone that you haven't thought or spoken to in ages, and then suddenly they call you or that. And an example of that happened. So a friend of mine, Sam, and I, we were at university together, and she was dating awesome human being, Galen, who I think actually might be your birthday today. Happy birthday. If not, I know it's this week. So, or next week. Shit. Anyway, bad with birthdays. So, Galen was like an absolute gym bunny, like, love you, but you were a bit, like, a bit of a jock. No, he's not. No, he's like all zen. Love you. So, Sam and I started going to the gym. And we were 3 days in, and we'd both like done, I mean, we'd been there for like an hour and a half or whatever, and we were like dying dead. We were like so sore. And we were in a res at UCT where you had a girls res and the guys res, and Galen was in the guys res. Finished gym, came back, like basically stumbled into his room, and we were both like, we've been going to gym for 3 days and we can't see a difference. And I'll never forget, I get into it and he was like, no, you'll only start seeing like, you know, any differences in 3 months. I swear, like, we actually burst into tears. We were like, are you joking? And now actually, I mean, I'm on week 10. I've been doing Pilates 3 times a week. I've stepped up a little bit and adding some more. I've actually lost a bit of weight, my figure's changing, but I keep on hearing Galen's voice saying it takes 3 months, and I was like, that was when I was in my 20s. How long is it going to take now? Oh my word. Anyway, so the interesting thing for me about this kind of like stumbling across these photos was not just you looked good. It was more that I had the confidence to take those photos. I mean, they were not distasteful, but there was one where I didn't have a top on and I had my hands over my boobs. And I was like, I would never, like, like want anyone now to have to endure that. And I was like, that's what made me sad. We are under so much pressure, and we put ourselves under this pressure to look a certain way. And my great enlightenment is, yes, I've been doing this 10-week program, but it wasn't to get like an amazing figure. For example, there are lots of different body shapes, as you know. I've got the unhealthiest body shape, which is an apple shape. So all of my fat is around my stomach, which is near all your key organs, which is really unhealthy. So, I've lost quite a lot of weight, just like under 8 kilograms, but my BMI, I'm still technically overweight. And although I've got like small legs and a tiny bum or whatever, my waist circumference is unhealthy. It's over 80 centimeters. So that for me was just, that's more of a worry from a health perspective. So I think we as men and women need to get past this, what the ideal person looks like. We're all different. We've all got different figures. We're all beautiful in our own ways. Like, beauty is on the inside, more importantly, and on the outside. Especially as a skincare specialist, I think it's really important to look after your skin, but not just so that you look good. It's also so that you're spending time on yourself. For me, it's all about, it's self-care. So those 30 or 45 minutes that I spend exercising in the morning is self-care. It's looking after me. The amount of time that I spend, obviously it's my business, so I do it, but on, trying out natural products to help your hair. Can I actually just say, I have not washed or combed, not a word of a lie, my hair since Saturday. And I think this actually looks, I have it in a scrunchie. I do my Saturday self-spa treatment. I put it in a scrunchie because it's really good for your hair so it doesn't break it. Or there's those other twirly little elastic things. Well, not elastic, they're rubber. I keep my hair up the whole time. And then Saturday comes and then I do a little spa treatment, or Sunday, or whenever it suits. But it's more important about the self-care aspect. Don't lose weight or get treatments. I know that's not a big word in South Africa at the moment, but treatments are basically like those, like Botox, for example, like something quickly just fixes everything up. Don't do that for other people. Do it for you. You're the one that has to look yourself in the mirror every single day. Yes, other people have to look at you, but quite frankly, if someone walked up to me in a shop and said, "Wow, you're fat," I actually would turn around and be like, well, you've got a point. It actually wouldn't bother me. It's when I look in the mirror, I got to the point, I wasn't huge, but I'd put on a lot of weight and I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. And that's when I realized, this is not a healthy relationship with my body. And saying that, if you are technically overweight via BMI standards or whatever, and you feel great, then fuck it. The most important thing is that you feel happy and you feel sexy. Honestly, if you went out, if we could, in a rubbish bag and you felt like this shit, I can guarantee you people would actually be coming up to you and be like, "Oh my God, where did you get that rubbish bag from?" I'm slightly exaggerating, but do you know what I mean? So summation, because I really could ramble on about this for hours, probably because I haven't socialized in a while, but you have to love yourself first. You cannot expect other people to love you if you don't love yourself. You also can't expect to love other people if you don't love yourself. Also, when you are putting extra effort into your skin or exercising, do it for health benefits. Do it for yourself. Do it so that you are happy. My one friend, Jo, love you, Schnucks. Ages ago, she was talking about this article, and I cannot find it. Jo, if you ever, actually, I keep on forgetting to ask you to resend it to me. But she was talking about this article that was written by a nurse who was talking about space. So your own personal space, and how she was like a carer. So not only was she, I think she was a mom, and then she also used to care for other people. And she got to this point where she had no more energy left to give to other people. So don't feel guilty when you turn around to hubby and be like, you know what? I'm just going to do myself a little facial at home. Whatevs. Take those kids, lock them in the closet, don't care. I'm having some me time. You're not a bad mom. You're not a bad person. You are looking after yourself. And that is so, so important. And that is the entire point of this ramble. And sorry for little side steps, but I hope this has, well, I hope that this helps you rethink your current situation, or makes you think about the steps that you need to take to look after yourself, because you cannot look after other people or love other people unless you love and look after yourself. And guys, I say this often, none of us are perfect. Thank God. How boring would the world be? We are all different shapes and sizes. The stories I was telling before was, I look in the mirror and I've still got like a pot belly. Never drank less in my life and I've still got a pot belly, and I'm like, ugh. But I now look in the mirror and I actually look in the mirror now, as opposed to just getting into the shower and pretend it's not happening. Guys, we're just getting up in the morning at the moment is like enough to high-five yourself about. So don't put too much pressure on yourselves. Do what you need to do to be happy. Everything is going to be all right. You looked after. When I decided to change my career at the ripe old age of 37, so a year ago, and I was obviously doing a lot of research, I still do, but I remember going to a gym and was chatting to, at that point, predominantly women, actually only women, and I was asking them about their skincare regimes, and there they were sweating and whatever, and they were like, I don't have time to look after my skin, I'll just go do a quick whatever. And then I always follow the question with, how long have you been at the gym for? And they're like, oh, 2-3 hours. Not a gym specialist, but you do not need to gym for 2 to 3 hours. And for me, I mean, I've got, what did you tell me, Taz? Dynamic wrinkles, but when my face is resting, I have very few static or deep set wrinkles. And it's because I've been looking after my skin since I was 14. And the reason why I got into this business was to help moms and dads teach their children, and not just their girls, the boys, to look after their skin. Women are lucky because currently at the moment, stereotypes, we're allowed to put on makeup and stuff. Why can't men put on makeup? And if they do, then they're then stereotyped into whatever. We need to look after our skin. We wear it every single day. our clothes we can change. I mean, I'm doing a video tomorrow just on how to repurpose clothes, etc., because we are not in an economical situation, very few of us are, where we can kind of throw away our summer wardrobe and then buy a new one, etc., which a lot of stylists do. It's now actually like re-looking at what you've got and how you can repurpose it and still make it look good and feel sexy in it.